Hello, dear hearts. I was just laying here on the couch taking a little break, and things are unfolding quickly and stuff showing up much to my delight, and so just taking a little pause. And I'm always in this space, but sometimes it's good to just lay down and close my eyes for a few moments. And what I wanted to share was that there's this instant access, this dropping into what could best be described as what I call the juicy place. It's that you've heard me share in satsang and some of the meditation recordings I've done, but it's just feeling into the connection with the one heart, the Indweller. And when I just touch that place, it's met always. It makes me want to cry. It's so indescribable. Everything I share comes from there and is in service to that. And this heart wants every one of you to taste of that and to see how accessible, how it never stops radiating love to you. So that's, I'm going to continue until this form drops. Continue to share this. It's what lights me up. It's what gets me up every morning and throughout the day sustains me. In my former life, in the past, when I was a younger being, chronologically, there was a drive in me. There was like two streams running. The one that was so forceful, it was, as I've described, hair on fire, to know the truth, to connect with this that is now so obvious and present here in every moment. So that was the underlying drive. There was ambition a bit for the character because I was young and had a family to support. But this is not a drive. This is not a chasing or a going to get something. It's a flow. It's riding the wave. It's just being in. It's just being. And when we surrender anything in regards to a personal agenda, any notion of what's in it for me, when that is surrenders itself, when this love surrenders itself to itself, alignment is a moot point because you can't help but be in alignment rather. In all of the spiritual seeking, in all of the ways we describe it, and how much it seems like a struggle to the character, at the end of the day, at the end of it all, when the notion of personness vanishes, what remains is true freedom. Freedom from any attachment to anything. Freedom from any expectation of outcome. In this place, there's no one here to be charged, to be triggered by anything on the outside. The body has visceral reactions sometimes, but here there's no capacity to be angry with anyone, ever, no matter the circumstances. It just doesn't exist here. There's no place to land. And this is not an accomplishment on the part of a person named Annie. It is rather a result of the demise of Annie. What remains is all that is anyway. It's you. It's all of you. The only thing that appears to restrict access to or diminish the flow of this, diminish the connection with this, is stories that the mind spins. We have the capacity to ignore and to turn our attention away from that, to fall into these arms of love. I'm going to continue to invite you to do that and take you by the hand and point you there, to that place in you that never ever stops emitting the most indescribable, lavish love your way. I'm sending that to you now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for responding to this hunger. In this place, every need is met because there's no such thing as needs anymore. There's no one to need anything. Just the pure enjoyment of the simplicity of what love brings our way in every moment. Every experiencing a celebration of infinite everything. Experiencing in these forms that are so geniusly crafted to take in sensory input, to experience infinity in relationship to itself. Infinite love loving itself. That, my dears, is all there is. There's such a thing as a reason for what we call the appearance. It is that. Love cannot help but flood out and see itself in every form, everywhere, everything, everyone. I love you with this everlasting love. Adios for now.